Well, hello and welcome to Usability Science's July webinar presentation on confirmation page strategies. Confirmation pages are very crucial to your users being able to understand the action that they just completed, and if you inform them of the right types of information, it'll help to reduce calls to your customer service centers. Our first strategy is to let users know what action they have just completed. Often users are unsure what they just did because confirmation messages are small, are hidden, or missing completely. Additionally, if the confirmation message is there, such as thank you, the details are missing. So thank you for what? What did I just do? I think I just bought a camera, but I'm not really sure. I'm relying on the confirmation page to tell me that yes, you did just complete X and thank you for your time. An easy solution would be to provide a clear indication for users that they did indeed complete their action successfully. You can use text to state the confirmation of the action, and if you do this, include details of what they just did. Yes, you bought this camera, the Olympus 590Z. It was $450. You will be receiving it within the next couple of weeks. Additionally, you can also use visuals to reinforce confirmation of action, such as if they did buy that camera, put a picture of the camera there on that confirmation page. Here's an example from Landmark. It's a place where you can go to register to run in races. This is their confirmation page. It's got a thank you message on their confirmation page. It says thank you for registering. So now you know exactly what you just did. You registered. What is going to happen? What's going to happen next is your credit card was successfully charged. Please click My Account to view your race details. So even though they don't provide the race details here on the confirmation page, they're telling you exactly how you can get to them by clicking the My Account. Another example of a good confirmation page when you deal with add to carts is from Express. This add to cart window here pops up every time that you click add to bag. So this is your current bag. These are the items that are in there right now. Not only do you get to see what each item looks like, you also get a visual feel of it. These two items will move over. This item appears right here once you click the add to bag. Not only do you get to see your confirmation of you did add the long sleeve military shirt to your bag, you get to see the visual of the shirt itself plus some details about the shirt. You also get to see the price. You get the ability to remove that item from your cart as well, and you get to see the subtotals so you can see how much you've been racking up so far in your shopping bag. You get all of this in this tiny little confirmation window. When we tested this with users, people really responded favorably to this add to bag window, and the window only displays for about 3 to 5 seconds, which was found to be optimal for users. Number 2, clearly indicate and explain what's going to happen next. Often users are unaware what will happen once they've completed their action. Easy solution is to give them a message, tell them what will actually happen. And these messages, of course, will be dependent on the type of transaction, whether it's a service or a physical item or something else. If you have next steps that are clickable for users, if they need to check on their order status or go to the My Account page, place those steps above the fold, ideally as close to that confirmation message as possible. Ensure next step options stand out on the page from the other elements. You can use font size, color, placement to do that. Here's a page from one of the local country clubs for greens fees. So somebody's registered to go play golf, and you can see all of the registration information up here, how many people are playing, how you paid, when you paid, cancellation policy, and then down here at the bottom, this is your very important information. So this is what you should do next. You need to print the page or write down the information, and then they tell you why. You need it in case you have to cancel the reservation. Then they also tell you what the next step is going to be. they're going to email you the information at the email address that you provided to them. So now, just in case you can't get this off your browser for whatever reason, maybe something crashed, who knows, it happens. You can also always go to your email address and print out that confirmation email. The next step links are located right here, right next to this very important information and the next step information. It's also important to note that these next steps are contextual. It's make another reservation. That would be logical. Maybe you want to make another one for the following week. Click here. If you need to cancel a reservation, maybe this reservation on this page took the place of another one and now you just need to cancel the other one, you can click here. Number 3, kind of seems silly, but make sure your information is presented clearly. Often users are overwhelmed when they're presented with promotional information on the confirmation page or at that confirmation step. And when they hit the submit button, the last thing users expect to see is a pop-up window with a flash animation advertising some other service or product that they did not buy. Also, sometimes the most important information, such as how you paid and when stuff is going to ship, and even the item information, is not formatted to be readable. This is American Airlines confirmation page. It's got so much information on it, I had to split it into 2 pictures to get it all on my PowerPoint slide here. And you can tell any American airline customer knows that American Airlines really does give you a lot of information concerning your travel. And I think they do it in quite a nice way, with as much information as they need to actually give the user. So they've done a really good job about streamlining the promotional information. So all of the upsell items are located here on the second half of the page. So users can get to their most important information here before they have to start scrolling down further. And once they do, they can see this is very colorful. It's the only place on the page really that really makes a great use of graphics. And again, this upsell area is contextual. It's a car rental, a hotel idea, maybe the Admirals Club at the airport that you're going to be at. These are ideas that you would buy. You might want to get that one-day pass to the Admirals Club because you're already going to be traveling. Also, you need to make sure that you chunk the information logically. This speaks to formatting the information to make it readable. American Airlines does a really nice job with chunking the information, gathering like information with like information. They put your itinerary right here. It's got a nice little tab that's called Your Itinerary. And they give you the information in the form of a table. Really kind of breaks out the information nicely. It's easy to read. You can see at a glance that you're going from Dallas to New Orleans and back again and how long you're going to stay. Right below that, you get your fare summary, so you know exactly how much money you paid for that ticket. These are the 2 most important things that people need to know once they've gotten to that confirmation page. Additionally, each section on the page is set apart with a little tab here that's got your header to let you know what information you're going to find within that section. Very helpful. Lends itself very well to glancing over the page to get to that area that you really want to focus on. Also, the reminder information down here at the bottom, it's a lot of please show up at the airport on time, otherwise you may not make it on your flight kind of information. But what they've done is they've bulleted the information here in a nice list, made it very easy if you want to read the first 5 or 6 words in each bullet. You can determine quickly if it relates to you. This first one talks about international flights. This is not an international flight. You know you can skip to the next bullet. Makes it very readable. And I also already talked about formatting the information to increase readability by using tables. Use white space to separate areas on a page, especially a page like this that's got a lot of information to present in a small amount of time. Number 4. Again, this one kind of seems silly too. Kind of seems just logical to clearly mark the confirmation number, but again, you'd be surprised. Often people assume that, well, if users want the confirmation number, they'll go find it. They'll keep looking on the page until they find it. No, they won't. when we ask people what would you do next if you had a problem, they'll pick up the phone, call customer service, or they'll email customer service. Finding the confirmation number is very important, especially if the user needs to use that information to access their transaction later. So if you need the confirmation number to go in and check about your delivery of your patio set, you need to be able to find that confirmation number easily on the confirmation page. Here's a confirmation page from Crutchfield. You can see the billing address, shipping method, payment methods, all kind of really nicely laid out here. You've got what you ordered, the camera, how much it cost you, but where is the confirmation number? Where's your order number? Where's that number that you're going to need to reference this order that you've made? It's actually right here. It's really hard to see on this page. They've used the same font size. They've bolded this, but this is also bold, so it doesn't really help it stand out very much. And I think the real big problem on this page is that these two items are really too close to the header for the your completed order information section. It really blends in. This is blue. Your eye is drawn to it, you read it, and you skip right down here to billing address, payment. Okay, this all looks right. This is what I ordered, but wait, where's my confirmation number? So this really just gets lost for lack of formatting. Easy way to make this not a problem is to display the confirmation number prominently on the page. I think Geico does a good job with this. Here's a page from someone who made an online payment for their car insurance. You can see how much they paid, when they did it, the name, the account number, and here's your confirmation number. It's set farther apart from the other information on the page and right above the paperless option, which is they're kind of speaking to their upsell option right here with the paperless option. The only thing that I would suggest on this page for Geico is to also use font color and size to set this confirmation number apart from the other elements on the page. It's the same size, it's the same weight, the same font color. If you're not looking at the information closer, you might miss it. Allow users to be able to print their confirmation page. Users want to be able to have the added assurance of having the printed confirmation page in their hand. When we ask people what is your next step once you get to the confirmation page, 9 times out of 10 they'll say, I'm going to print this page and keep it until my order arrives. Often the page lacks a print option on it. And normally this isn't a problem if you've got a savvy user who knows how to use their browser to print, but sometimes we run into people who honestly don't know how to use their browser to print a page. They rely on that print page option within the page itself. This option is very important if money is involved in the transaction. People really value having that physical confirmation page in their hand in case something goes wrong. Easy solution is to provide a print option and place it prominently on the page. This is the order confirmation page from AT&T for an online order for the new iPhone. You can see it's got all the needed information, and they also offer a print this receipt option on the page. It's placed within the area of the order confirmation, so it's not like it's down here at the bottom or anything. The text of the link is also a different color than everything else in this area. It's bright blue, just the same as all these other links that kind of draws that type of link together. Number 6, allow users a way out. Oftentimes we'll ask people, if something went wrong with your order, what do you do? What happens next? Even if you're here at the confirmation page, what do you do next? Often they'll say, I'll contact customer service. Our next question would be, how would you contact customer service? Well, then they would have to they would want to find that information on the confirmation page, or they would have to go back on the website to look for the contact us information. So the easy way to support your users in the event that something might go wrong with their order is to provide them a way to access customer support on that confirmation page. Either give them a link for an email to customer support or the phone number that they can use. Another way of providing your user support is to give them a link to the frequently asked questions, because sometimes we'll have users who wonder, well, maybe there's a policy that I'm not aware of, so maybe I need to check out the frequently asked questions to see if there is one. I think Grainger does a really good job of kind of pulling everything from the presentation that I've talked about already together, and also allowing their users a way out. They've got a thank you for your order message up here, order number right here, right under the thank you, easy to see. The option to view the printable order if you wanted to. They've got your name there to thank you for your order. The next step, what's going to happen, you're going to get an email confirmation of your order within 24 hours sent to the email address that you gave them. They also do a really good job of giving you information about customer contact, a way to contact customer care at this number 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Or if you don't have access to a phone, you can email them here at the email address. They've also done a great job, I think, at providing the next steps for people. These 5 steps really are contextual, and they really make sense for someone who's at a confirmation page at this step. The first one is create a new order. You've just finished an order, but maybe you need to make another one for another business or for a completely different purchase order. So here's your first option. You can check the order status. Even of this order, you can check the order status. You can go to order history, view your account settings, because it's going to be sent to an email, so maybe you need to update your account settings to reflect an email change. And you can also view orders pending your approval, and this is for people who might be the purchasing agent who needs to approve other orders made on Grainger. So this is the last frequently done option on Grainger. And if somehow a user completely overlooks everything here, they have this footer at the bottom of the page that they keep on almost every page on the site that's consistent, that has a contact us option right there in the middle. People get used to seeing it. When we ask people where they would expect to find the contact us option, they always go to the bottom of the page. It is a tried and true practice, and people really expect it to be there. Well, thanks so much for listening to the July webinar from Usability Sciences, and I hope you enjoyed it.